I'm going to attempt to show you what I've learned so far on knitting, because I am relearning knitting. I know crochet better, but it's one of those fiber uh, communities that we have on YouTube. We have knitting, we have crocheting. I know another wonderful person, String the Fiber Enthusiast. She does tatting, and that's a really, really old time craft to do. I haven't attempted that one yet. Not yet. I gotta learn to do this knitting thing. But yeah, that's what today I want to talk to you guys about if you're interested. And if you're not, well, you're more than welcome to come in and just chillax and watch me make a fumble out of what I'm doing. Because I'm still trying to get the maneuvers per se with the hands and the fingers and the yarn so I could cast on for the right hand side. It's the right needle because crocheting uses a hook and knitting uses needles. Not the kind that goes in your arm to get blood either. Knitting needle. That's just one of two. And this I use is a 10. Or it might be a 10 and a half. Who knows? Okay. I don't know what size or whatever the yarn that I'm using right now because it was given to me. So we're going to have fun and learn together this whatever. Because it's not as easy as you think it is. But I'm willing to fumble with it and show you what I have gotten so far. I still don't have the secondary part yet, which is using the second needle, which is on the left hand, because this is the right, this is my left. So if you're looking in at me, it means that we're opposites. So your right hand would be on this side, and your left hand would be on this side. So don't get confused. I can confuse myself very easily, quickly as it is. Hello, Jose. And how are you doing? What's that mean? You don't want to learn about knitting? No? Well, saying things like that coming in a person's life is not polite, by the way. And yes, I don't have a problem with doing this. Now, would you like to stay in the chat? Or would you like to do what I say when we go to Auntie Mama's? Dario Guido? I don't know, that's how you pronunciate your name. I'm sorry if I apologize if I said your name the wrong way. But, yeah. Dario. And I'm guessing that's Guido. What is this? We're going to be discussing about knitting. It's a craft. Some people know, some people don't. It is a way to keep your hands busy. And this way, you can make something beautiful out of it if you want. It's up to you. Nobody's forcing you. Some people know how to crochet. Some people know how to do some tatting, which I do not know how to do. There is a gifted lady who has her own channel here on YouTube Streets. Her name is Spider the Fiber Enthusiast. She does all sorts of lovely things like spinning wool to make yarn. She dyes yarn. She tats yarn. She crochets and she knits. She's a multi-artist when it comes to doing the fiber arts. Fiber arts, like yarn. That's what we call it. Because there's many uses for yarn. Hi, Lily. How you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? And some people prefer crocheting over knitting and vice versa. I am doing my best to relearn how to do crocheting. No, not crocheting, knitting. I'm good, thank you. How are you? How's your day been so far? I am learning to knit again. You know, it didn't stick with me the first time around, so I'm hoping the second time around it might. But right now I got only one part of the knitting portion done because I know how to cast on now. Oh my God, you should see me. I'm just like all thumbs and everything doing this now. If it comes to crocheting, that's my thing. So, and I believe we talked about crocheting on Friday. So, this is the new week, and I figured, okay, let's start out with something new. And I decided that knitting would be something to do. Because a lot of people have crafts, they have hobbies, things that make them happy, that helps them calm down and to relax. Things they make with their hands, like blankets and scarves, mittens and booties and whatever. And, well, I thought that was pretty good. But I think my friend Lisa, she is a knitter. Her and Racing with Happiness. Lisa knits with 69. And then there's... What are you talking about, Simsan? You come into my chat. Don't you start up that nonsense either, because that's rude. Boy. You know, you come into somebody's chat thinking, oh, I'm going to be the boss here. No, you're not. Don't I dare do what? Are you going to report me because you came in here rudely and start you thinking you're going to boss me around? I don't think so. This is my chat. If you don't like it, you can leave and have a blessed day. I am going to be talking about knitting. I am relearning how to knit. If you want to stay in here, you're more than welcome. You come in here to be rude and ignorant, I will put you out the door. It's your choice. Now, some of us, how dare I? Watch this. Ready? Bye-bye. There's 1, 2. Do it one more time, please. I tell you what, I gave you a choice. You could stay and enjoy a lovely chat, or you could leave. Now, if you have a cup of tea, or you have some water, or you have some juice, whatever you have, bring it along with you, and a curious mind, maybe. You know, if you know how to do a certain craft, I'd be interested in, I didn't start nothing with you, Simsan, whatever your name is. But, I don't have to put up with you either. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. See you later, alligator. Bye-bye. Hey, he was given a choice. You could get along and be polite and kind, or you're going to hit the door and go kersweat out the door. It's your choice. I give it to you. I let you decide what you want to do, or what you want happening to you anyway. I don't know why they come in here. People come in thinking they have the right to be rude and ignorant and whatever, and think they have a right to tell the host what to do, how to say, So it ain't happening. So I'm not worried. Okay, well, we're going to see what I've done so far. This is my casting on. I don't know if I cast it on too tightly. I think I did. I don't know. The only person who could tell me, there's two people that could tell me if I did this right, is Lisa Knit 69 or Racine with Happiness would know. I know there's quite a Fiber Spider might know. There's quite a few knitters out there, but the only two I could think of at the top of my head is Lisa Knit 69 and Racine with. I don't have a way to call up or get a hold of Lisa. And I don't know what Racing with Happiness is doing. I know she's been busy. So this is me doing my best to learn how to knit. So I figure I got this far so far. Now they say you gotta have a tail. About 2 feet of tail. And then this is connected to my yarn. And they say what you do is you do a slip knot, which I did here. My first thing right here was a slip knot. Once you get the slip knot in, hey, Kahija, how are you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, I just booted somebody out. They came in thinking they were gonna be lord of my chat and be rude like that, and they found out what happens when you go flat. I mean, they were given an option 3 different times, and they didn't want to stay, so I was like, okay, bye-bye. Have a good day. So now I'm trying to relearn how to knit. I gotten the cast on part okay done so far. See? That's what I've done. I haven't figured out yet how to use the other needle, which is in the left hand, yet. But I still have some more cast-ons. Well, I almost fell about 3 times today. Hey, it was nice. Occasionally I said, hey, this wasn't nice. And every time they come in, you turn around and say something rude. I remove it. I removed it 3 times. And I said, you could be in here and be nice and courteous and kind, or you could not be. And that's up to you. And they chose to not be. So I made sure they went flat out the door. They were given a choice 3 times before I booted them out. Now this is the right hand side of your knitting needles. Because you got my left hand, you got a right hand. So as you can see, my left hand has nothing in it yet. Because we're learning how to cast on. Well, I can crochet too, but I wanted to relearn knitting. It looks like fun, something different, something to add to my repertoire, so to speak, on crafts. And if all I do is this little mat, a little swatch, I'd be happy with that. But crocheting is easier. You only have a hook. You don't have to worry about having your crocheting needles. And did you know if you go into the hospital, they got the security clearance, you cannot go in there with your knitting needles. Crocheting hooks, sure. Crocheting needles, nope. They will bag it, tag it, and you don't get those back until. Hello, Liam. How are you doing today? So I thought of, because there's quite a few people that do crochet and knit, and I thought it would be fun to relearn knitting. Liam, that chat is in the morning at 5:15. This is a crafters chat right now. You're more than welcome to stay if you do any types of crafts like leather work or you do woodwork or something like that. No problem. It's okay, honey. But yes, I do a morning Bible devotional from 5:15 to 6:15, Monday through Saturday, and that's Eastern Standard Time. And then I do it on Sunday, 6 to 7, Eastern Standard Time. So you're more than welcome to come back for that. Or you're more than welcome to stay for the Crafters Chat. Get your cup of tea, get your cup of juice, get your water. Make sure you guys stay hydrated. What do you mean you didn't know there's a difference between what? Hey, Miss Shatika. How are you doing? Yeah, well, knitting takes 2 needles. And versus crocheting takes a hook. And it's funny as ever, but it is. So it is. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find my crocheting hook for you. Yep. Everywhere I go, people want to know. There it is. All right. This, can you see that? You see that little wee hook right there? That's all you need for crocheting. Hi, Allison. Welcome back. Oh, welcome back, TJ. Oh my God, look at you guys all coming in to see me. That is so cool. Thank you so much. So there is a difference between crocheting and between crocheting and knitting. And what do I mean by that? It's real simple. Crocheting uses a hook versus knitting uses needles. Not the kind you stick yourself to get blood work done either. So just get over that one already. Okay? So I'm learning. First rule of thumb, you gotta learn knitting needles. Okay, so this Kahija, if you look, it's not too bright on there. That is a crocheting hook. Okay, you see the little hook? See the flat part? That's a crocheting hook. You only need one of these to crochet. Versus knitting, you need 2 needles. 2 needles. So what I've been learning to do, relearning to do, is how to do the casting on. And that's onto the right needle. So it looks like your left, but it's my right. So you would learn to do the casting on, which is why you need a long tail for, they said. Can I ask what the status is for a coffee shop, please? Coffee shop. Go get you one. If you got coffee, knock yourself out. If you got juice, water, tea, go ahead and help yourself. You know. Okay? So I've just learned, again, relearning this, how to do the casting on. And I think when I put my cast on stitches, as they call it, I think I might be putting them on too tight. There's 2 people I trust about this better than me. That is Racing with Happiness, and that's Lisa Knits with 69. They are fantabulous knitters. Along with Spring the Fiber Enthusiast. Okay, darling, you do that. So what it says to do is the first thing you do is you got to put a slip knot on here. Once you got your slip knot, then it is a way to be able to start. Now you need a good size tail. Here's my tail. And this goes down to the rest of my yarn. Okay? And this is how I watched this video. So she says, hold this back like this, because this is the tail goes to the yarn. So what you do now is you grab the tail. Have your little magic thumb up. Your thumb goes up and under the string that's hanging down. So you go up and under like that. I can't show it to you guys better. Then your needle goes up and along your hand like this, so you can hold all that in one shot. Then you take the yarn from the right hand side, it goes towards the back and around and down. So you're holding it downward like this. See the loop over my thumb? It's not a very good tight one, but it's there. Then you take that loop over your thumb up and over the up and over the needle. And then once you get it like this, you pull it tight. And you did a stitch for, towards your knitting. Am I perfect at it yet? No. I'm still all thumbs on this one right now. But once I get a little bit more comfortable with this, I can show you better. And maybe I could figure out a way to have my phone to where you guys can see what I'm doing and not feel like you're left out in these the bejesus. Because, see, if I took my hook, my crocheting hook, and just saying I wanted to crochet something. So this is me, like if I seriously get to crochet something, don't matter what it is. See, I already got my slip stitch. Doesn't take hard. And then, because I've learned this the hard way, for many years when I was holding the tension from my crochet, this finger always suffered. I'd hold it down like that. That's not really a good way to hold it. But it's the way I did it. But now I learned to do it better. See? So it helps me with keeping the tension. But it also allows me to, if I lower it or if I go up like this, it'll allow me more yarn. Okay? And so I can, I can start sitting here crocheting while I'm talking to you guys and I don't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? I could crochet looking at yous. I don't know how to knit yet. I'm just trying to relearn it. And I figured I would share with you guys the complexity of knitting. Because knitting actually uses more yarn. I don't know if knitting's older or crochet is older, but I believe knitting is. And it's a good tool or something to do, like for keeping your hands busy. Like if you're quitting smoking or something. As I'll tell you what, you got to keep your hands busy. But when it comes to crocheting, as I showed you guys already, I can sit here. And I'm not looking at it, I'm looking at you guys. Yep. And I could do this all day long. Crochet. I have been crocheting for, oh boy, let's see, how old am I? Oh my goodness. 48 years? Oh my goodness. But crocheting is a challenge. Some of us like to have challenges. I know some people are master crocheters. They can sit there and they can just do and throw out all these different things they make. Amigurumi is the latest craze for crocheters, which you basically make a little animal or stuffy or something like that for your child, your grandchild, whatever. But for knitting, there is certain stitches you can learn for knitting, and you can make like cabled, it's called a cabled knitted sweater. And I find that beautiful, but that's just me, I'm that way. But that's where I'm at. And I hope later on when I show Lisa what I've accomplished, she won't laugh at my attempt and will think it's something. That's all I can do because it's all I want to do. Oh, this time I'm gonna knit summer winter socks. Ooh, Tunsian. Ooh, with a circular. I have a pair of circulars. I got to first master doing the casting on and the other part using the other needle. I haven't got that part yet. So you're a couple steps ahead of me, Miss Shatika. But when it comes to crocheting now, I can crochet. I could sit here within an hour and in an hour's time or less, I can make a granny square. Like for a pot holder. But there's certain yarns I like to use for pot holders versus if I'm making a blanket. If I'm making a blanket, I can use the acrylic yarn. If I am making a pot holder, I rather prefer the cloth, the cotton yarn, because the cotton yarn doesn't burn. So if you're going to use it to put your hot pan on the table, oh, okay, gotta be something. But here, if you're going to do pot holders, you want to use the cotton yarn because you make that into a pot holder and you put it down and somebody puts their hot pan on it, it's not going to burn. Versus if you use acrylic yarn, it will burn. And there it goes. I don't think you want that. Well, see, that's something I don't know yet. And I'm happy to learn. I just got nobody to teach me. Like when I learned crochet, I believe it was my Girl Scout leader who taught me how to crochet. I was 11 years old. And at that time in Germany, I was ready to go into a cadet Girl Scout troop. But they didn't have any cadet Girl Scout troops locally. I was the only cadet in the area. My sister was going into Brownies. So they asked me to be a troop leader assistant because I already knew the promise and all that other stuff. So that's how I ended up went from cadet to troop leader assistant at a young age. I learned macrame, where you can make those not pot holders, but those plant holders, where you got the plants that would sit in the macrame. Was quite a bit I learned when I was in Girl Scouts. But I've learned more since being a Cub Scout leader and Girl Scout leader and a Boy Scout master. And I turn around and I teach it for anybody who wants to learn anyway. Oh, you are so blessed. You had 2 wonderful ladies, huh? That must have been grand. Oh, I know, right? But in the meantime, I'm just going to attempt my poor sad sucker casting on, do my cast-ons, and I'll keep practicing it till it becomes like second nature for me. Because they said 2 feet of yarn, right? You need at least 2 feet of yarn as your tail. Well, I think I have plenty of yarn as my tail. And if I get a whole bunch all the way down yonder, that's okay. Wow. So yeah, I feel pretty pleased the fact that I'm attempting to relearn knitting. I've gotten the cast on part pretty much down pat, I think. At least I'm trying. Because you grab it like this. Your thumb goes underneath. Wait a second. You grab it like this. It goes under here. No. See, I got it already figured out. I've forgotten how to get the thummy part situated. Because sometimes if I get confused, I can real easily, I put it down when I get confused so I don't get angry at it. So what other crafts do you do, Shatika? Have you ever done any sewing or beadwork or anything like that, leatherwork? I'm just curious. And what about you, Miss Allison and the Welsh Angel Girl? Where you at? Where you at, TJ? No, don't leave Miss Shatika on the hook here now. Come on. Interact with me here. Kahija, what about you? Do you do any crafts other than that delicious cooking you do all the time? Oh my God, did you guys see her making that pound cake? Hello, Tron. How are you? You know, this is a crocheting or craft chat, right? As long as we understand that. Because it ain't time to do the other thing. Okay? So I hope you're having a pleasant day. So far I am. But I gotta wait to talk to a few people like doctors and such and get more testing done probably, but we're not gonna worry about it. I know you play Pokemon Go. Who's your favorite Pokemon? I know a lot of people say it's always Pikachu. Mine is not Pikachu. Mine is Charizard. I like Charizard. Ah, okay. But I love my Charizard. He looks like a dragon. And he's nice and fiery red and orange. I like my Charizards. That's one of them that I like. I have more, but I don't have any more cards. I gave them to... My children had a Pokemon card set. And every time they leave them, Mom would get them. And I would put them in the sleeves and everything. And we gave all our Pokemon cards to a little girl because she was dying from terminal cancer. And it was something that we could do to make her happy. And that's what we did. And my kids never regretted it. Maybe they did. They never told me anyway. But it's what we did. So, I mean, there's more characters I know of. Like there's Mew and there's Chew and there's a few others I like. But can I right off the hand give you names? Nope. I only know and Pikachu, and there's a few others. I did like the Pikachu movie. Pikachu Detective. That movie they came out with Pikachu, I thought that was done really well. It went with the storyline, and it was great. So that's awesome. And, you know, it's one of those things that you do. So anybody else got any other crafts you'd like to talk about? And if not, we could just sit here and just shoot the breeze. I know I got information today that could be devastating for some, but we'll have to see. I'm going to give it to God. And then if you guys see this picture I have over here on my wall, can you guys see that picture? My friend colored that for me and gave it to me because she cares about me. And it says, rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who reap. Weep. Yep. I got quite a few more pictures like that I want to put up on my wall. I thought it was very sweet of them to show me their love and their colorization of pictures and stuff that we do. And they shared it with me, and I thought that was a grand affair. But otherwise than that, I mean, I paint. You can do paint by numbers easily. Do you guys ever do sketches? Or, like, when I was a kid, I used to draw cars all the time. Cars, 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 cars. I was a girl. Hello. How you doing, Outlaw? I'm so glad you came in today. Yep. Oh, which movie is that? The Pikachu movie? The detective one? I did love that movie. That was fabulous. I thought it was well done. Yeah, I did. Yep. So we were talking about me knitting. And sad to say, I don't know if you know how to knit or not, but I learned how to do the casting on part. I don't know. Yes, it was good. There's quite a few good movies out there if you look. And I don't care what anybody says. I have a big kid heart. I like to watch kid movies. I like to watch guy movies. I like to watch action movies. I like to watch... There's not so many of the scary, hairy movies. I won't lie. I got that knocked right out of me when I was a kid. Couple of movies back in my day. Let me tell you what. You think that certain movies are bad? There's a movie back in the day called It's Alive. I know, right? Well, you want to see what I've learned so far on knitting? Because I'm relearning how to knit. I could crochet you a blanket, easy. But I'm relearning to knit. And this is the casting on segment. And it gets a little bit confusing for me, so when it got confusing, because they say to put your finger here, grab this, right? Grab it like this, right? Your thumbs... I get confused. I'm still learning, but at least I'm honest about it. When I get better at it and I get more practice time in doing the casting on, then it won't be a problem, because then I can figure out what to do with the other needle. Because everybody says to use bamboo, and I'm like, why do you use bamboo? Well, because bamboo actually has a textured thing, and the only thing I got near the bamboo is chopsticks. So we might just be switching over to chopsticks, because that's the nearest thing I have to bamboo. And right now I'm just wanting to learn how to do the basic steps. There's a knit and a purl, but I knew first I got to learn how to do the casting on. And then the knit and the purl will come along and wait, in due time. Because if you ask me to get me a crocheting hook, I can sit here and just crochet away and looking at you at the same time. Not a problem. When it comes to learning to knit, that's another story. I'm relearning it again just because I'm interested in it. And apparently you use more yarn, they said, when you're knitting versus crocheting. I don't know if that's true, but we'll find out. It's just one of those crafts that women do. Sometimes guys do it. I know quite a few men that do crochet and knitting. There's a young man named Jonas. He does a lot of crocheting. And his crochet and everything, he's turned it around to... He was adopted, and he helps raise money from where he was originally from. And that's down there in Africa somewhere. I'm not sure if it's Nigeria, Sudan, whatever. But he goes and, oh, thank you. How are you doing? How are you doing today, honey? Don't mind me. You ever get those itchies out of nowhere? You know, one of those days you have an itch here and a itch there, and you're like, why do I itch so much here? It's one of those days, guys, okay? It really is. Because who was I talking to earlier? Oh, my friend Johnny. And he wasn't complaining because he just, I don't know, he had the itchy witchies, as he calls it. And I started laughing. He's like, it's not funny. I'm like, I got the same problem. My eyebrows have been itching today. Nothing else, just my eyebrows. Don't know why. Just is. But if you ask me to sit here, now, I do know how to do beading, Native American beading. I do know how to do some leather work. I do know how to make Native American regalia. That's from the ribbon shirt, which is real easy, to skirts and whatever, depending on the tribe. You have to do your research on that. Moccasins, leather work, pine needles or porcupine quills. That's another story. Pine needles to make a basket. Oh, that's something I want to do. And it's not that hard. You think it is, but it really isn't. What else? Yeah, I just know a little bit of this and that. And so, anybody got any crafts you want to learn or you want to understand, like embroidery work? I could do that. Cross stitch is real easy. It's another yarn craft. Let's see, what else can I do? I know how to sew. I made dresses before and such. I made regalia, shawls, leggings, ribbon shirts. Yep, just those. And we have fun. Matter of fact, I have a crochet blanket. I'm planning on turning that into a shawl, but it doesn't have no fringes on it. So I'm going to add fringes on it. So I haven't made my new regalia for this year, but when the time comes, I will. So you guys got any questions for me? Any craft that you're interested in learning? Like Native American beadwork is really easy to learn. A lot of people's like, oh, it's so hard. Or like, you know those Indian war bonnets you see made out of beads and safety pins? You won't believe how easy that is. And you know what it's used for? For a ponytail. It goes on the back. If you think of the head of that headdress, where it goes up like this and then it comes down, it goes over, like if this is my head, here, the back of my head, and this is the ponytail coming out. The ponytail goes right through here. So it goes back, it looks backwards, but that's how it's supposed to be worn. And a lot of people don't know that. So those things I learn, and I turn around and I help people, and some things I learned to help others because they got stuck on a craft that they couldn't figure out, and that's fun. Darcia, darling, how are you? So nice of you to come in today. It's been a long time no see, sweetheart. Hang on, Darcia. Oh my goodness, sweetheart. It's been a long time since I've seen your sweet name. How are you doing? Well, I do a morning Bible devotional, Sunday through Saturday. Monday through Saturday, it's 5:15 to 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. And then on Sundays, it's 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. That's my morning Bible devotional. And now I do Monday through Friday, 2:30 to 3:30. is my afternoon delight with me. Well, I've been sick. They claim it's sinusitis or something thereof, and I didn't know sinusitis could make you fall down, but I've been falling down a lot, and it doesn't tickle. But I've been discussing things with others and have an idea about something, so at least I'm not coughing and hackaloogian like I had been. I mean, it's either I do the coughing, the sneezing, or blowing my nose and blowing my ears out. That's what I've been doing. And in the meantime, I try to go visit with some other people like Poetic Tears. There is Auntie Mama's Kitchen. There is quite a few people that I visit now. I Cherish Church Network. There is Kahija Reeves, Miss Shatika. We have so much fun chatting around these YouTube streets, and and I'm today trying to attempt to relearn how to do knitting. And I've gotten the casting on part, but then I got confused and I had to put it down. And when I get confused, it don't matter what craft I'm doing. If I get frustrated with it, whatever I'm doing, rule of thumb is if you're learning a new craft and you're getting frustrated, put it down. My lovely earrings, as you can see, they're very nice and beautiful. They are from JC Calamity Jane. She is a content creator, and she made me earrings. And so when I get a chance, I do wear them. The Boss Way, she's Harjreen Annette. She sent me some yummy, delicious Texas pecan coffee. Oh my Lord. I'm just, ugh. And then there's Outlaw. He's my creative, everybody likes to call him Junior. I just call him Outlaw. So, I have a bunch of wonderful people that I am so blessed with, like yourself. And I just try to share the love of crafting and God around. I don't say I'm a Christian because that offends a lot of people of my culture. So we just say I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. And that's for the morning Bible devotional. It's a non-denominational chat. So this way nobody gets offended. And if they do, we don't try to go there. Yes. You see them? If you look up JC_Calamity_Jane. That's what I know. She has a channel on the YouTube streets. And she is a sweet, beautiful lady that made the earrings I'm wearing right now. And I'll tell you what, you want to talk about being blessed? Hey, Rocksteady! How are you, honey bun? Wow, look at all you wonderful people coming in today. Yeah, I have attempted to learn how to knit. Or I should say, relearn to knit. I have gotten down to doing the casting on, but then I go to try to do it again. I mess up. Let's see. Just do this. Put your finger here. Take it underneath here like this. Yep. Got confused. When you get confused, so you don't want to get mad, you don't want to, tear it apart, well, you put it away. So that's what it is. And I'm so happy you're here. You're having a beautiful day, apparently. I at least hope so since this morning. Right? Oh, I know. Blessed by the best. You know it. That makes me so happy. But yeah, the doctors, I went to my doctor's appointment last week. And my doctor sent me right up the creek to the ER. And I was there till about midnight. And they sent me home saying there's nothing wrong with me. But yet, I keep falling down. Go figure. I know, right? Hello to all the lurkers. They're so sweet hanging around, listen to me chatter about whatever. Oh, I am just so blessed today. Oh my God. I know. It's been a long time since I've seen my Darcia White. Uh huh. Seriously. Huh. Outlaw, she's been on these YouTube streets longer than you probably have been, and I know that for a fact. Yeah, I've been on these YouTube streets as long as Auntie Mama started her channel. I've been on before that. So you can figure next time you see Auntie Mama Outlaw, you go ask her how many years she's been doing these YouTube streets. You'd be surprised about the people I know on these YouTube streets. And there's a lot of them wonderful, sweet, loving people. Most of the people I know are from crocheting. Not everybody. Most of them, though. And yes, my head is itchy. You ever get one of those days and you just, oh. You know, if you're like a dog and you hit the right spot. Right there. You know, you get the idea. But here, I am seriously blessed. Oh. And so, when I get you guys all here together. So, tomorrow, I'm not sure what craft we're going to attempt. Maybe I'll keep on doing 2014. Oh, I've been here since 2009. I think it's 2009. Something like that. But it's only recently that I came out of my shell and I started hosting morning Bible devotionals. I started that December 1st, 2025. And just last week, I started doing the afternoon Delite with Temi, talking about crafts and whatever. And I just started doing that. So I'm still in the raw stage with this chat. So I'm so glad you guys all came to visit me today. You guys certainly put a smile on my face. Can't do much else. I gotta be careful walking. Because, I don't know about y'all, but falling down? No. We do not want to fall down. We fall down, we go boom. The last time I fell down, I got a concussion here. And the time before that, I had bruise here, like I had a goatee. I had a bruise on my cheek. And here, no thank you. Ugh. Oh, really? Well, there you go, Outlaw. Outlaw, these are some of my greatest friends. Darcia White, oh my God. And Rocksteady, she comes in with Auntie Mama. Oh, you guys are the best. I tell you what, you guys are the best. You certainly made my day a lot better coming in to chat with me. And I know you guys have other things you could be doing. You hope someone finds out something. What are you hoping they find out? What are you talking about there, Outlaw? Come on, give me a bite. Tell me what's going on. Sorry. I can't help it. It feels good. Oh, no, you don't. Find out what? Outlaw. Oh. Yep. Well, let's put it this way. You know how certain channels you always watch, it's like watching TV, and you're addicted to them? Well, there's one content creator, his wife has this thing, and it's an inner ear disease. And I was talking to my one friend, I've known her for about 20 some years, and about the falls and everything. And she knows me. She knows I usually don't fall a blink of an eye. And she's like, oh, yeah, my friend's dad has this. Da, 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 da. And I was like, really? So she gave me the name of it, and I went and did my research. And I got paperwork on the research. So I got a week to wait to go see my primary and ask him about it. Because originally, when I read it over, this paperwork she, was telling me about, I had 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 markers for this thing. And now I realize I got 5 out of 5. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I understand that, outlaw. Like TIAs and such. Yeah, but mine deals with the inner ear. Since I was a child, I mean, talking like 5, 6 years old, my twin brother and I always had ear infections growing up. We both had, one of our ears had surgery on it. Our equilibrium, mine has been affected by it on several occasions. My twin brother had epilepsy, so there you go on that. Ooh, I want to see pictures. You get them curtains done. I want to see you posting pictures on my page or whatever. I want you to share. Yeah, that would be awesome. And so then, um, with my age and other factors, I have a higher percent rating to have this inner ear disease. Do I want it? No. Does it cause you to fall down a lot? Yep. Sure does. Now just gotta wait till next Monday and hope for the best. And I think I got some oddball stuff to do today. Not much. But it is what it is, you know. Oh, I love sewing though, Darcia. I do. I mean, I can whip up, depend on what you want me to make. I can make leggings. I can whip up fancy shawl regalia. I could do women's traditional regalia. I could do a ribbon shirt. Just depends on what you want me to whip up. I mean, I made a skirt, but it wasn't for powwow or something. It was actually for a wedding. And nobody's yet to figure out what material I used to make the skirt. So what I'll do is I'll take a picture of my skirt. I will post it on my page. And I will give you guys 3 clues. Well, I'll give you 3 answers to choose from. And then you guys can vote on it. Okay? How's that for you? Yeah? Because you'd be surprised. One person I know was very craft-minded was my daddy. He could do leather work. He could do all sorts of stuff. But I remember one time we had to have a costume. And, well, my daddy made my first regalia. It wasn't much, but it was perfect for what I needed. And there you go. Corduroy. Ooh, I love corduroy. You remember how corduroy used to feel? Remember they used to have the corduroy suits, I call them? You have the jacket, you have the jeans of corduroy, and then you have the different colored shirt that would, like, if you wore brown, you could wear a yellow shirt or whatever. Oh, I remember those. Yeah, I know, it aged me, right? At least I'm honest. Yeah, I love those stuff back in the day. You had the blue corduroy or like a burgundy type corduroy, and you had a brown corduroy and tan corduroy, and you'd have the matching shirts and stuff. Yep, I remember. That was the days, right? Ooh, Darcia, do say so. Now you're talking my action. There you go. Well, that's why I thought everybody could come in, want to learn something new, or, they got stuck on something, as I'm usually the one they came to when they got stuck on their crafts and help them figure it out, especially when it comes to embroidery stuff. You buy the kits at Walmart. And that's no big deal. Sewing I could do by hand or by machine. In all honesty, I think it gets so faster than I can on machine, by hand. I made a wedding dress by hand. You remember Pretty in Pink, the movie? Remember how she took the two dresses and combined them at the end to make her prom dress? I have a wedding dress similar. And I was like, really? Yeah. But that's so hard. No, it's not. It's just like a puzzle. Take it apart. What happens? You got pieces. What happens when you put the pieces together? You have a beautiful work of art. Right? Just like if you're making curtains. Oh, yes. Because if I make my bed frame, the one I want to make, I'm going to make a frame for around my bed. And then I'm going to have these, like rods near the top. So I could put down curtains and I could close off the outside world for me. I'm just living in a fantasy, but that's me. And it would make me very, very happy. So you guys, I hope you guys come back tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll have more understanding of this knitting thing I'm trying to learn. I'm still working at it. I don't give up. I might for a while, but I'll come back to it. But I won't give up. You want to see something my friends made for me I thought was really, really sweet? Well, imagine this. Okay, you remember how she had that piece around her neck? Right? That's white. The lace that came down below it was a dark blue. Like a royal blue. And then if you made a heart around from the, around your boobage, up and over, and around the back, well, the rest, that part was white. It had seed beads going up and around that part. Then I had a waist about that wide. Okay, that was white. But from that part on down, it was white with the blue lace overlay. Well, I sometimes still do by machine. But look at this. Ain't this cute, guys? My friends made me a bracelet. I don't know why. They did. I don't know why this is not showing up right. There we go. Yep. All pretty colors. Colors of the rainbow. Well, sometimes I get relaxed more sewing by hand than I do with sewing by machine. So you guys, the time has come. I hope you come back tomorrow. 2:30 to 3:30. Oh, I know, right? And you won't believe what they use. Look. I don't know what kind of material that is. It's like a hempish bracelet of sorts. But I love it. You cannot tell me I don't love it, because I do. And here, I'm going to come back tomorrow. And hopefully I'll learn more about the knitting. And I will have more to show you. And I hope that you all will join me tomorrow. And we will have a blessed day. Till now, till then. And I will be praying for all of you and asking the Lord to doubly bless you for coming in to visit me in my chat today. When you could have been anywhere in the world. Yep. But you decided to come see me. And so this is how I am. And I want to say thank you. God bless you. And I hope to see you in the YouTube streets. And definitely tomorrow. 5:15 to 6:15, I do a morning Bible devotional. Afterwards, I go to Auntie Mama's kitchen for hers. And then from there, it just depends if I have any doctor's appointment, whatever. And then I'm back on here around 2:30 to 3:30. And I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope you know that because you blessed me, I'm going to ask God to doubly bless you for making my day better. You guys take care. I love you guys. Thank you, Darcia. Oh, man, you guys are the best. You are the rockinest. Wow, I can't believe this, man. This is so great. Thank you guys so, so much. You guys don't realize how important it is for us YouTubers to get our content creators, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner, okay? But you won't believe how hard it is sometimes to get starting up a channel, getting people to come in and not feel like an idiot sometimes. At least I'm honest about it. But it's good to have people that I know from the YouTube streets coming in to visit me. And I could, yes, most assuredly. Have a blessed week, y'all. I will see you. Take care now. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Ooh.